Well, thank you. Yeah, I can't talk without it in my hands. So you'll see just when I start that, like when we dance, we have no regard for one another. I did not know what he was going to say. He does, yeah. All right. So a couple of comments will be redundant. I think of necessity they will be. But this night is about a particular lad, Robert Burns. He certainly was forward-thinking. In his 1700s world, he said, the rights of woman merit some attention. As we all know, he did love the lasses, but he also respected and valued us. We've come a long way, baby, enough that I can stand here and say these things to you, to our lads, just generally talking here. Beware, lads. Women remember everything. But you already knew that, didn't you? But we can't help it. We have a larger hippocampus. That's where memories are stored. Okay, somebody just tell me, did he point to my butt? Did you really do that? Just go. Go. Get on. I don't even, no, go away. Look at the ground. So, don't move, turn around, corner. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, where the memories are stored, so you've got to know that women are going to remember every single word of every single argument, okay? Yes, we're different, but we can, if someone would straighten up, compliment one another. Yeah, we're stronger together now, aren't we? Obviously, to make this work, there must be clarity. Number one, men, come on. Number one, the woman must have the last word in every argument. Anything said after that is the beginning of a new argument. And two, lads, you need to understand the vocabulary, and I really think some of you may forget some of these things. When a woman says, fine, it's far from fine. You understand it? When you ask her what's wrong and she says, nothing, you better believe it's not nothing. If your woman says, go ahead. Did you ever hear that? Go ahead. Do you know what that means? It means don't you dare. If she says, oh, you think so, she really means, you better think again, mister. You know all this, though, don't you? Oh, yeah. Third time's charm, John. Okay. Men, on the other hand, have their own lingo. Can we talk about this later? How many of you have ever said that? Can we talk about this later? That means I really don't want to talk about this at all, ever. And then there's that stunning sense of direction we all know in our lads. I know exactly where I am. The GPS is wrong. Right? Okay. As for the lads who are here with us, they're some of the finest I've ever met. I think you would be completely on board with Burns and with Maya Angelou, who wrote, give me your hand, but make room for me to lead and follow. I don't think she probably put that emphasis on that syllable, but I did. It's creative license. Circling back to our most honored lad of the evening, in 1790, Burns wrote the poem, John Anderson, My Joe. If you Google Burns's most romantic poem, that's what's going to pop up. But it's not really what we would expect. Something written by a lusty lad to or about a bonny young lass. Instead, it's written from the perspective of a wife to her husband in old age in celebration of enduring love. Let's hear it for enduring love. Thank you. One person. Thank you. And they're probably divorced. But I love it. Okay. So, notably, Burns wrote that. We're about to go through it, but he wrote it when he was just 31 years old. And I think as you listen, you'll be impressed by that fact. But first, I thought some translation might be helpful. Remember, the name of the poem is John Anderson by Joe. It's weird sounding to begin with, but Joe means sweetheart or dear. Canty means cheerful or pleasant. Pow means head, crown, or scalp. Brent means upright or unwrinkled. Belled means bald. Sounds like I'm setting you up to hear something very romantic, doesn't it? Let's see what you think. And this is going to be Southern Scottish, so bear with me. I'm not even going to pretend, okay? I'll do my best. John Anderson, my Joe. John, when we were first acquaint, your locks were like the raven. Your bonny brow was brent. But now your brow is belled, John. Your locks are like the snow, but blessings on your frosty pow. John Anderson, my Joe. John Dixon, my Joe, John. We climbed the hill together, and many a canty day, John, we've had one another. Now we want to totter down, John, and hand in hand we'll go, and sleep together at the foot. John Anderson, my Joe. Well, there you have it. Nothing says romantic like telling your beloved how old he looks and really is, right? What a shock to the ego, but you've endured that before, haven't you guys? Regardless, lassies, please be upstanding for a toast to our greatest weakness, which just also happens to be our greatest earthly strength. Lift up. Oh, sorry, I can't lift up my cup. Told you. Lift up your cup and drain it well, for these are truths that I do tell. Without the lads, our world is lacking. Our Joes must always have our backing. The other gender we must heed. Without them, how can we proceed to make a world that's right and fair to them and their eternal care? To the laddies. To the laddies.
Launch it.
Oh, God. It's like you deserve it.